Okay, for this video, I'm converting this Rio Grande F3A from from DC to DCC. I've had it running for about an hour on DC on my track, forwards and backwards. It goes about 240 scale mile an hour, so that's just gorgeous for my layout with its sharp corners. But in any case, works really well, but I want it as DCC, which is what I'm converting all my engines over to. And there's a product by Digitrax I'm going to use, an SDN 144 K0A sound decoder that will fit in here. It takes a little bit of modification. The other modification is I want to make an area for the speaker, and in order to do that I'm going to send the frame out to be milled. I guess you could do it yourself, but I don't have the tooling to do it, so for $20 I can send it to Aztec and they'll go ahead and mill the frame out for me. So let's take it out. No biggie on that. Put the box aside. Okay, what happens if I just try and pop the shell off? Okay, that was a heck of a lot easier. After all of that screwing around, nothing spectacular in the shell one way or the other. And here's the body. This is my little parts bin that you can see. I've already got one engine that I'm going to put this guy in as I disassemble them. So disassembly part 1, body goes in there. I'm going to put the coupler in with the body, and then we need to take off this here light shroud, which is also the cabin interior. And looking at that, there's a couple of little pins, so all I need to do is that. And now that little guy, okay, I want to note that, not sure where the stay alive capacitor is going to go, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll throw that in there as well. And then I'm going to take off this little gray hold down. Whee! And it goes in there. Now in order to bend up these motor tabs, I'm going to hold my finger against and bend it up so I don't accidentally push it over the side. In this case it's my thumb up and bend it. Then the light board just comes out. This here part clips underneath here. Anyway, that's something we're going to end up discarding. Now these here, what I need to do is mark them for my Kapton tape. So I want it to be there, 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 a little R there, and a little L there. I could do the Kapton tape when I get these back, but I like to get them done now while I'm in here. Just sliding this underneath to gently release it from how it's being held. Both of these guys. Mostly being held by the motor mount here. Sorry, the motor contact tab. There it is. There it is. Now these should just easily come out, and they do. That one's out. That one's out. So let's do some Kapton tape wrapping. All I do is I have here some tape on my workbench. The tape is included in the decoder, but I have my own tape. I find the tape from the decoder not sticky enough. Now we're going to do the right one, so the right one needs to wrap around that way so that when this motor mount presses against there isn't any problems with it. So I wrap it around, then I squish it down, squeeze it, then I go in here and cut it off flush against the edge, and that's the right one done. The reason I care about right and left is if I installed that one on the wrong side where I had cut off here and installed it on the left side, then there's a chance there could be contact. So the right one says there won't be any contact here, and the left one, what I'm going to do now, we want to wrap around that way. And then just cut the excess. And then get rid of the extra Kapton that we don't need. Okay, so shell is slowly coming apart. Now we can take these little gray caps out. And I'm double checking to make sure there's absolutely no difference between front and back, and I see absolutely no difference. There aren't on other models. I didn't think there would be on this either, and there isn't. So we'll just put a little bit of a probe under there, That pretty well just comes up like that. That one comes up. Put my thumbnail under there, put my fingernail under there, and that comes up. Now the only thing you will notice is they are different. This part faces to the middle all the time, so you'll need to remember that. But those guys are off. And now I can take the doesn't matter sequence. Take the truck. Well, let's take the motor out. Motor just comes straight out. Doesn't pop out as easily as I thought. So I'll take other parts off first. So let's take the trucks off. Now that I have, let's put these guys back in there. All I need to do is a little bit there and a little bit there, and there's the back truck off. And a little bit there and a little bit there. There's the front truck off, and of course the way to tell the difference is no coupler. Now I'm going to take off this fuel tank. And the reason I'm taking that off and putting it in there is I want to see, I can see here there's some little mounts for little tabs for the plastic for the motor, and those little tabs need to be pushed that way. There we go. See, that was all it took. Okay, now as those are partially out, I'll make sure that I get the gears are coming out okay as well, so a little push there. Okay, so that now all comes out. pull these out. See the little dog bones there. And there's the little motor. Put him away for later. Put the two little dog bones away. Almost done. We need to take off this little front piece here. There's two clips there. There, that comes off of there. And that comes off of there. Put that in there. Now we have this totally apart. When this gets sent out, there's a hole milled in the back here for a speaker. And not sure what happens for the capacitor because I haven't done one of these before. So we'll see what happens on that. So that's the second one done and ready to be sent off.